Well, it says I'm live, and you bet I am for sure. Welcome to Biz with Joy. Grow your business in style. Leaders leaving legacies. That's what this broadcast and this show is all about. I have to tell you, I've had frogs in my throat all day, so I fade in and out. Forgive me. I don't know. It's something in the air. My name is Joy Ruffen, and my work is as a leadership and style consultant, a signature style specialist, speaker, executive producer, TV host, and podcaster. My work is with women who are second act, second chapter, midlife, transitioning from one something to another, spending way too much money, overwhelmed, full of anxiety, and never confident, which is what we're going to talk about tonight, about what they really have and what they're wearing and how to put it together. That's my arena. That's where I love to dance, and I love working with women to showcase for them the best of the best for themselves. Tonight's title, When You Feel Confident. Confidence is major. You share and you win. I bet you agree with that. And welcome. If you're here for the first time, or if you've been here forever and ever and ever, you're always welcome here. I hope you'll make this one of your many homes, because we embrace and we love to have you come and share and put your comments in, because that's how we grow. And it is all about growing here. It's about family relationships and community. And we're building a community here. I've been tweaking this biz to biz for quite a while, still in the hopper, but it will come about. And when it does, I can assure you that you will find it fascinating and very interesting. One of the things that we're going to talk about, and I'm going to be hopping and skipping around here tonight, so forgive me. I hope there's some clarity and there's an understanding, and that there is precision in what I share with you, because there's a lot that I want to share with you. One of the things that we're going to talk about tonight is confidence, and it's major for all of us, especially for people who are in leadership and are seeking success. Now, success does not always mean gobs of money. Bottom line, whatever it is that we're doing, most of us, it is a business. So you're looking for some type of compensation. And there are many ways that all different type of people do that, because work can be your hobby or work that you do, business, and it might not be where your passion and your love is. We get that. And these are all the things that we talk about. But confidence and being creative in whatever it is that we're doing, well, it's important. And that's one of the things that we're going to talk about. If you have not gone to my website, take a perusal. Go there, take a screenshot or a snapshot, and go through it. We are tweaking it. It seems like forever. But change, this word pivot, it's in the atmosphere. It's in the air. And I think most of us, and really and truly, there's no thinking involved, are involved in a lot of tweaking and pivoting and changing and transitioning from one something to another. So it's kind of normal, but you'll find the meat and potatoes more or less there. And also, share out the video. We love it when you share. Sharing is love. And that's what we're going to talk about a little bit tonight. So let me share with you something here. I love quotes, and I love sharing quotes with you. And most of the people that I connect with, I find they love them too. And here's one that I found that kind of relates and connects to what we'll be talking about tonight. And it's a good one, because the title is for you in this broadcast: when you feel confident, you're able to share and you win more. And that's a fact. So here's a quote that I thought, and I hope you feel the same, relates. It ties into the title and what we're talking about tonight. And this is a doozy in so many ways. And I want you to, by the way, if you don't know it, I have an expression that I use all the time. Love it. I hope you'll fall in love with it too. Food for thought, because most of us have to savor and take things in, and we all take them in different ways. This quote said, confidence is silent. Insecurities are loud. That's a Facebook quote and saying. I don't know. That's what they said. So I like to vet and edify people. So that's why I'm saying it's a Facebook quote. Somebody said it somewhere, made it up, and then they made it as part of theirs. Who knows? The bottom line is, it's a very powerful quote, because real confidence, and much of what we talk about here on this platform, has to do with confidence and power, love, truth, and beauty, and all those things that are connected together. And I have a mentor. I met her about 3 years ago. She doesn't even know it. She knows it, but not the way that I'm going to share with you tonight, because this other quote that I'm going to share with you, when I read this one, I said, I must use this one tonight. Her name is Robbie Motter, Motter. This is a phenomenal, fantastic lady who is and has been working online for a long time and has done a lot of things. She's a mature lady who has so much warmth and love within her. And her mantra is always what I'm going to share with you now. And this is a quote, and it's by a famous writer that most people, especially if you love novels, which I don't, but I like this quote. It says, if you don't ask, the answer is always no. If you don't ask. Well, isn't that about confidence? And there's so many ways that we go about that. And Robbie says all the time, ask. And and so do a couple of other mentors and instructors and guides and coaches that I have. But they always say ask. Because if you don't ask, you don't get. And then as you do more and more and more asking, you become more and more and more confident. And then you begin to get your own rhythm, flavor, and flow. And it becomes that way. Because confidence, as we, all of us, no matter what level and where we're at, we know it breeds confidence when you continue to ask and to get out there and to take those no's and say to yourself, well, they're not ready quite yet, not now, but down the road maybe. Or when you're asking, you learn and asking if it is a no, what to do the next time. So life is about this. This is life earth school. This is what I call it. And you learn lots and lots of things when you do ask. So I thought I'd start with that. And I hope you enjoyed those two quotes because they are connected and they do align with one another. And that's the beginning of you, me, all of us getting into the seeds of what confidence is really about. This word has been out here since the pandemic hit. And it's about asking. And in conjunction with that, being able to pivot and change, which is can go many different ways. But this pivot, by the way, the love of words is never to impress, it's to express. And that's what the love of words will give you. Because pivot is a beautiful new word, new age, more or less. Not really new, but for many who are working, I suppose, online, who think that, well, it's a new word, but there's so many nuances to each and every word. Until you get to that, most of us don't get the nuances of the word. It's change, tweak it, move in another direction, go in another way. And only then are you going to be able to discover what is meant really for you. Because a lot of creativity is involved with discovering and getting your confidence. I don't believe those who say, well, I've always had it, it's always been there, blah, 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 blah. I get the seed of what they mean, but confidence is a process like everything else. It's a process of growing, evolving into it, where you can stand tall and proud next to any, every, and all and feel without any question marks equal and the same. Because when you don't have that, that's when all of those insecurities come out. And you don't have to be empathic or intuitive to see them, to know them, to hear them. There are so many ways, because my work as a signature style specialist is to get women to align with all of the power that is within us. And power, for many, it's a scary word because we have all been, even those who can't admit it and can't acknowledge it, programmed and sexualized in such a way that we feel it's all about body parts. And it really isn't. That has nothing to do with the essence and the core, the spirit and the integrity of you. It's embodied in a part of you. And it needs to be showcased, but in a way that's different. So I'm saying all of that to say that we as women, it's time for all of us to begin to be thinking in a different direction about how we show up. And many think that this is not the case, but it is. And I love that if you don't ask, the answer is always no. And it is. And for many coming online, working online, and in corporate, everywhere, It's about asking. And asking is a process too of learning, because you learn what to do and what not to do and how to say and what to say. And the success for each of us begins when we begin to explore outside of our own circle, outside of our own little compound. Because if you stay within the same one that you've been with since the beginning of time, then what happens? You don't really get to know and see and feel at your core who you are. Life is about circling around and being around all the different varied people and circumstances and situations. In the write-up, I wrote this, and I found it because you know how you take in so much and then you forget all of the stuff that you did take in? And I'm talking about reading. At one point in time, not now, was a voracious reader for all the different reasons. And I remembered some of this, but it didn't resonate until I began to do my little homework for this broadcast tonight. Because Socrates and Aristotle are kind of combined and connected there in many ways. A lot of people think that Socrates came up with the know thyself. Other people say maybe, I don't know. And is it important? I don't think so. What's important is that both of them said that it's really important for all of us to rise, evolve, and grow. And the only way we can do that is by getting to know thyself. It's so simplistic for all of us when you think about it, but oftentimes we don't think about it. So the beauty of each and every individual is getting to know yourself, and not only to know yourself, because all of us have the good, the bad, and the so-so. And the so-so we have to love too, because if we can't embrace and take in and love every bit of us, because we're all unique, we're all very individualized in our everything, and we all seek our own individuality and our own freedom. And you can't really embrace that until you get to feel confident within yourself. Here is the quality that so many people have where they can move into any and every circle, every crowd, every group, every environment, and be comfortable. And they do that because they have an inner knowing about themselves. They know that they're no better, they're quite different, but they're eager to find out and learn more about the other culture, the other everything. And so they go in with an openness that people who are able to see can see and feel. Now, there will always be those who can't, who don't. That's the life, because you're either conscious or you're unconscious, and you want to be consciousness to rise. And you can only do that when you avail yourself and keep yourself open and rise to the highest vibration and frequency that we're all here to do. And everyone does it differently. Everybody does it different. No two people are the same. No two everything. That's why this competing and comparing, throw it away. It's a waste of our time and energy. And as we begin to evolve and grow, and especially when we're young, there's a lot of that. But as we mature, whatever that maturity, and it comes to different people at different times, then it's time to let go of that and build what needs to be built within ourselves. And that's a process. So I want you to be thinking about know thyself and Socrates and Aristotle and see which one you feel works best. They're really aligned. This is what you find too in time. Most everything is aligned. It has its own connection. I'd like to invite you, if you're here and you've not been here before, because we are global. We go out over a lot of different platforms. And now I'm looking for and seeking sponsors, and we have some of the best packages and programs that you're going to find any and everywhere. Out of 134 different platforms where we offer you the best sponsorship at the best price point and quality all the way, because Joy Ruffen is not going to be involved with anything that doesn't offer that. So that's something for you to be thinking about. And the other thing I want you to say, I want to share with you, because I have started to do Facebook Lives. It all aligns and ties in with my title here tonight. And those Facebook Lives are going to be, and I want you to come and join me. And here's why. I'm running a contest. This contest that I'm running has no affiliation or tie-in with Facebook at all, except it's a platform that I'm using. But the contest is for you to win one of my 3 invaluable packages. and I'm offering you the silver, which is a 3-week program with 2 bonuses, and you get the booklets, and that's all for a great price. And then at the end, you get the 3 videos. I explain to you what it's all about. And then in the middle, I share with you how to best utilize the booklets. And then the end is and you will have, because there's so much information there. It's almost like too much to take in. And even if you're all knowing, which is deadly, you'll want and have some questions. So there's an end at the end of the workshop, the 3 booklets with the 2 bonuses. You'll get a page where, if you like, you can do a meet with Joy, and we can discuss some other options and possibilities for you. Aren't possibilities and options never ending? You bet they are. So do consider that. And here's what you have to do. My Facebook Lives every Monday, Joyful Monday, every Monday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Everything that I do is Eastern Standard Time. Joyful Mondays at 3 p.m. Facebook Live. And then every 3rd Wednesday of the month, it's my Facebook business page, and that's Communicate to Influence. Every 3rd Wednesday of the month, and every 4th Friday of the month. Some people said to me, well, Friday's a kind of a deadly day. Well, I don't know about that. We'll find out. Every Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it's behind the scenes, behind the curtains, and I'm inviting you to come in with all the questions and concerns that you might have. And I'm sure you have quite a few. Now, here's what you have to do to be in the contest. And that means, my screen went black, but it's back. That means that you are to come to either of the 3 or all of them whenever and as often as you can. Send little memos out to your friends, people that you feel would be interested. Have them come and put a little comment, whatever that is, and put their initial and yours. And then at the end of the month, and this starts now, I will tally up and we will decide who wins. But here's the wonderful caveat for you. Your friend might win, but if that friend you sent there, 5 of your friends, whichever one, you'll get the gift as well. And trust and believe, as my friend says, it's a great package and you'll enjoy it. So that's all you have to do. You have to go to my Facebook profile page for Joyful Monday. You have to go to my Facebook business page for Communicate to Influence. That's every 3rd Wednesday of the month at 3 p.m. And then every 4th Friday of the month, it's in my Facebook group, Leading Ladies, Leaving Legacies. And you know what? We're not going to be sexist here. If you gents want to come and share, you're welcome, because I'm going to put it not only in my Facebook group, I'm going to make it a Zoom so people can come in with questions and concerns. So you have lots of opportunities there to ask your questions. Now, this is my Facebook business page. Take a snapshot or a screenshot and make sure that you connect there, because here's where you're going to go to join my group, if you're not a member already, of Leading Ladies, Leaving Legacies. And that way you can come in and ask all the questions that you want. And every Tuesday, it's Biz to Biz with Joy, like I'm doing here tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then every Wednesday night, it's Leading Ladies, Leaving Legacies. And I bring you a phenomenal, fantastic, absolutely unbelievable female featured guest to speak with you, to share the gift, the journey, and the wisdom that she has acquired at this time. And tomorrow night, you must come. This lovely lady and I have tap danced back and forth numerous times, but tomorrow night we're going to connect for sure. And I would love to have you join us there, because you're going to find the information that she's going to share with you, and all the nuggets that she's sharing will be priceless for you. So my Facebook group, you can go there and you can join, and you will have no regrets. It's a great community of women. And I have changed my posting schedule for that Facebook group, because I found that some people, and I say this in love, always in love, we're kind of going a little rogue with it. So what do most of us desire? We want to extend and build our community, acquire new relationships, build them, love them, and get more exposure. So what I did is I made up 3 invaluable days that you can post. And you have free reign to post there, any, every, and all. Just adhere to the schedule. On Mondays, it's promote your event. Whatever event you're having coming up, promote it. If it's 3 or 4 months down the road, promote it every Monday. Hashtag promote your event. That's what you do. And then on Wednesdays is promote your Facebook video, your Facebook live video, or your Facebook video. That's on Wednesdays. And then on Fridays is promote your freebie giveaway. I thought giving it away on the weekend so people can peruse and go through it and download and so on would be good for you. Because every lady that's in that Facebook group, Leading Ladies, Leaving Legacies, your assignment, if you don't know it, I love homework, is to go in that group and pick out the ones that you think are aligned with what you do and would support you as you support them. I really applaud the win-wins. I bet you do as well. So make sure that you adhere to this schedule. And then there's also a little booklet there that's on style and all the good things that we're all interested in, whether we can admit it or not. But those are the 3 days that you can just post away. But please, not on Sunday, not on Tuesday, not on Thursday, and not on Saturday. So if you can adhere to that, you'll have fun and you'll meet a lot of good people there who will really support you in what you're doing. And be thinking about how you want to, because here's something that few people can admit, and I'm here to share with you. I have been on this journey of self-discovery for a long, long, long time. I think a lot of people can't admit it or won't admit to it, or they say, well, everything's fine, everything's great, and it's not so. I had so many issues. I still have a lot, working on them. But the issue is that if you don't address it, you can't become that person that Robbie Malter says all the time. Just simply ask. And that's how you build your confidence, along with all of the other things that we have to do. And that's why, for me, this love for the cosmic healers, alternative modalities, and all the people who work in that realm, some of them, but most of them are exceptional. As in any business, any arena, our assignment is to decipher and get to the real ones that we know we can trust and will have integrity, honor, and all those other characters at the top, so that we don't have to question anything with them. These are the people I seek out. Someone said to me the other day in regards to, can you trust them? And I said, my friend, I said this in love because I was somewhat taken back by the question, but then again, I understood it. And sometimes I step back to step forward. Do you do that? I bet you do. But I'm saying, what? And then I said, I don't really relate to anyone that I don't feel I can trust. And if I relate to somebody and I find, because sometimes people can wear a mask, and here we are in this box sharing and talking and exchanging a lot of words, no action. But I don't align and stay with anyone any length of time that I cannot trust. And I hope they feel the same. And I think they do. Because when somebody shares something with me, unless I get permission, it stays there. And I just don't relay information unless I'm given permission. But when I refer somebody, I have 2 companies now that I'm going to be talking to. One knows, the other does not. And I want to become an affiliate for them and promote them. And I want them to become a sponsor. I wouldn't be bringing them on unless I knew, with my little research that I do, that I could confidently trust them. And the work that they're doing is stellar. That's the type of people and business that I look for. Doesn't mean that every now and then I don't make a mistake. Every now and then somebody slips through the cracks and I said, whoops, that's not who I thought. I had an ongoing relationship with someone that I thought was going to be super. No. You don't say one thing and do another thing. And we have to learn, and this is one of my big lessons, to apologize when you're wrong. And that's why you hear me say all the time, I don't need to be right. If you have to be right all the time, you really can't learn. And I'm here, perennial student, ongoing. I hope I'm this way when I'm 103. Learning is power. And when you take that learning and enable someone else to take it in, that's power-filled. And I spoke about that the other day. And that's what we're all here. The word power frightens the bejesus out of some people. And some people embrace it and don't really get the gist and the underlying meaning of it. That's not what we're talking about. I mentioned the other day in I think it was my Facebook Live about politicians. We all know what's going on. This is a first. This is newsworthy beyond newsworthy. Yet, not for us to make that decision. Discuss it with those that you're close to, but leave it until it resolves itself. Because the universe has us all where we need to be, doing what we're here to do. So as I walk back and forth, I'm in my office here, and hubby's out in his favorite room, and he is really into politics. And I don't have to tell you that he is really up to whatever, the last strand of hair on his head, and he's bald about this whole process. And all he talks about, he was an accountant, he still is, I suppose, just doesn't work anymore at it. And he said, the money we're wasting with this, whatever. So, there are all different kinds of sides to take here. I don't go there, but I know what he means, and that's it. So I'm saying to you, when you begin to know thyself, and it's a journey, it's a process, it never ends, you begin to share and win and do it openly. You're not worried about, are they going to take this? Are they going to steal this? Are they going to do that? Because you're there doing what you need to do. And if you're really confident in who you are, loving who you are, knowing you have a lot of warts, a lot of blemishes, a lot of demons here and there, but you don't worry because you're evolving and growing. And when it happens, you just move on. You don't have time to waste with people who are wasting themselves away. That's not what leadership is all about. You're there to ignite, inspire, and give of yourself to others. And never forget that it's bottom line business. But everybody does business in a different way. Some people want $5, some people want $20, some people want $1,000, some people want $1 million. That's your decision, because the reality is this, and we have all heard this a zillion times. Unless there's money in the game, unless there's skin in the game, there is no reward for you or that person, because there is initially, but if it continues on and on and on, then you know that that's not the person for you. You continue to move on, because ultimately, sooner or later, people have to invest in themselves. The assignment is find the right person to invest with, because everybody has their own style, their own flavor, their own flair. So find the ones that jive with you, that connect with you, align with you. And then you'll be able to move in the direction that you want to move in. You'll begin to feel more confident because you are able to share you more openly, knowing that it's good, bad, and so within you, within me, within all of us. But you take the high road. I have met over this past year, my friends, so many phenomenal, fantastic people. And I'm just beginning to feel my wings. And my prayer is that over this next lifetime that we're together, I can meet and greet with you one-on-one and can get to the flavor and the flair of what your desires are and see how I can support you. I love doing this, but I love more than this solo. I love interviewing people and sharing with women seeds that will give them more status and power for themselves. The feeling, it's not the end all be all, but it's certainly a seed beginning to know how to show up and show up as your best self. I don't know where the time goes, and don't I say this every week? Yes, I do. But I say this to you. None of us can have enough emotional healing, emotional security, emotional intelligence. Some people can poo-poo it, but no, that's where we have to head, especially us women. And I love and adore working with women. And I'm leaving you with this. From my heart to your heart, I'm sending you much, much love. Be well, stay safe, and know that I send you much, much love always. See you soon. How about tomorrow night?